Hello, welcome to The Long Road. I'm your host, Chris Roberts. This is going to be kind of a short show today. You won't have to listen to me speak very much. I am going to be out of town next week, so what I have done is I've gone around Keene and bringing the local community to you. We're going to have about 3 clips. One clip will be opening day for the Keene Cal Ripken Baseball League. The people out there do a hell of a job. You'll look at a lot of these volunteers. They do a lot to help mentor these kids, help them build character, and they're from all ages. I have 4 grandchildren that play at Cal Ripken, all the way from 5 with T-ball to rookie to junior, and they all love it. Sometimes it's hectic, 4 nights a week and plus Saturday. But it's a well worth enterprise, and we have a number of sponsors, local companies around the city that sponsor these teams, and they should definitely get a shout out for the wonderful time they do in investing in the future of our city. Another clip will be the Keene Head Start had their graduation last week at the Keene Rec Center, and there's one thing that has nothing to do with money. It just has to do parents of all socioeconomic backgrounds. They love their children. They're proud of their children. They take part in their children's future, and they understand how important education is. Again, the people at the Keene Head Start and a lot of volunteers from Keene State College and other parts, they do a heck of a job with these children. They do as much as possible to get these children ready for when they start kindergarten. And not only it gives a kid a leg up, allow them to compete at the level as with a lot of their peers that come from better socioeconomic backgrounds. And again, it helps. Not only does it help the kid, it helps the local taxpayers as they're pretty well prepared. And the final clip is some film I took at the State House and showing how, quote unquote, we make sausage, or how we bend the rules, or how we just think it's about us. And I'm pretty sure you'll be surprised and maybe even angry to see how we up at the State House do what we want to do, not what the people want us to do. So again, I hope you enjoy the clips, and I'll see you live 2 weeks from now. Okay?
You're over there. You're in classroom 3. All right. So, we have the first award goes to Destiny, which she gets the Miss Smile Award. Come on up, Destiny. Here, Des. Yay. Mason, bring her. Here, you want to just take it? And Destiny has been with us for 1 year. The next award goes to Shaylin, which she gets the Good Friend Award. She's also been with us for 1 year.
Over that way.
Shaylin, take it.
Well, you're giving them this here, right?
Okay, the next award goes to Sage. He gets a Future Superhero Award. Come sit next to Phoebe. Sage. Melanie.
And then
Sage.
you're leaving these behind.
Okay, the next award goes to Ashlyn, and she's been with us 1 year too. She gets the Miss Sunshine Award. Alyssa's been with us a very short time. She just joined our class. She gets the Miss Sweetheart Award. There you go, sweetie pie. Okay, our next one goes to Brian. He gets a Future Builder Award.
Grab your certificate from the school.
I know it's a lot of stuff to carry. Okay, the next award goes to Holly. She gets a Future Makeup Artist Award. The next one goes to Kiara. She's not here, but she gets Miss Outgoing. She should really get the Most Girlfriend Award, but... The next award goes to Vanessa. She's been with us 1 year, but she's moving on also. She gets a Future Talk Host Award. Right, Vanessa? Yeah. Phoebe. Phoebe has been with us 1 year, and she's moving on too. She gets the Little Center Award. She helps the whole center get our food ready. Jordan has been with us 1 year and is moving on also. She gets the Future Rock Star Award. She's stressed to be a rock star today.
As always.
Elia has been with us 1 year and she's moving on also. She gets the Miss Princess Award and she's not here. Now we're going on to 2 years and they're moving on. Nicholas, he gets the Mr. Engineer Award. Logan has been with us 2 years and he's moving on. He gets Mr. Outgoing. Chantel is next. She gets Future Hairdresser Award. Mason has been with us 2 years and he's moving on. He gets the Class Comedian Award. Taylor.
Funny guy.
Taylor is moving on. She's been with us 2 years. She gets the Teacher Award. Middle Best Teacher. Right, Taylor? Emma? She's been with us 2 years and she's moving on. She gets the Future Cheerleader Award. Okay. We have one more, but we're sharing parents between classrooms, so we just don't want the parent to miss it. So.
Would you need field staff?
Sorry.
It's all right.
All right, Blue Jays, one line, let's go.
Hey, number 9.
Now we're missing our opportunity.
Rear or back? Not side by side.
Together. Aiden, no. With your team, honey. Your team is here.
Keep going, Mario. Good job. Say hi, She's here somewhere. I'll tell her to get on it.
Come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I Oh yeah, there's Leon's right there.
Hi, Zoe.
Number one.
Last one's right here. Well, no, your coach planned it. You know. Look in front of Kona Ice. They don't care. It's nice you guys play matches. See hi to everybody. Hey, Chris.
How's it going? Good. What are you doing, Xavier?
Hold it up right there. West side, hold it up. Let's go out and go ahead of us. Instruction, coached by Steve Boutwell. Children's Denver, coached by Pat Yonley.
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks.
Ted Shoe and Sport, coached by the Junior League by Joe Truman. Merrimack Mortgage, coached by Tom O'Mara. John Locke, coached by Brett Belleville. Kingsbury, coached by Jeff Timmer. NGM, coached by John Wright. Arte Sport, coached by Jim Pennell. introduce the Board of Directors for the Keene Cal Ripken Baseball Association. Starting with the off-season baseball coordinator with Jim Fennell. The Summer League Minor League Commissioner is Chris Lama. The Summer League Senior League Commissioner is Russ Thompson. Rich Beard is our T-Ball and Rules Chairperson. The Pee Wee League Commissioner is Ed Trombley. The Rookie League Commissioner is Kevin Thatcher. The Junior League Commissioner is John Wright. The Senior League Commissioner is Brett Beliveau. Our media representative is Scott Rodenhauser. Our equipment manager is Gary Peranto. Brianna Thatcher is our secretary. Rick Seck is the vice president. And now I'd like to introduce the president of Keene Cal Ripken Baseball, Dean Joyle.
That opening ceremony with the mic.
Every year I try to find the spot. I think I found the spot again. Welcome to the 2012 season. This is one of my favorite days of the year. There's Christmas, there's Easter, there's Red Sox opening day, and there's Keene Cal Ripken. My birthday, my anniversary, my kids' birthday, they all rank up there too. My wife's birthday. All right, welcome again. This is, as you're standing here, as I'm standing here, one of the major changes this year is we have green grass on Bambino. I'm really excited about the change. This just happened Wednesday, so we're on fresh grass. So I asked that only come out here for games. No practices right off until we get the grass a little bit settled. But right now, it's a major change. This is one of many changes that's happening here. If you look around, we have new bullpens being built. We have an addition onto a bullpen up here. Our Pee Wee field now has dugouts, which we've never had before. Our rookie teams now have bullpens, which we are making. We're going to do some addition to our fences here, so it should save people in our snack bars a little bit. So we're always making changes around here. So I'm looking forward to even more in the years to come. As you walk into my Wallier Chevrolet. They have some cars out here. They're a big supporter of us as well. They gave us a lot of equipment this year and helped us with some of the off-season things as well. There's also some ballot tickets here for some all-star voting. I'm just going to make that's the one plug I have to give. It's required. Kona Ice also follows us in the truck here. Kona Ice does a fundraising with us where if you buy from Kona Ice when they're here at the park, we get 25% of the sales at Kona Ice. So we don't mind if you buy it. It's not actually in competition with us at that point. So that's a good thing. As far as our snack bar, we're expanding our snack bar this year. We have our big snack bar here by Bambino, but we're also taking over by Durling. We're actually over by Durling as well, so if you're ever in the area, stop in there at Durling as well and support us at the snack bar as well. Reminder, you should check out our website, because that's where I'll post any cancellations or announcements, and that's right there. You can actually register online for those people for future years, not now, you're already here, so they should be all set. But check out our website as well. Other than that, I'm looking forward to a great season. We started a week later because we wanted to have good weather, and look what happened. We ended up getting one of the colder days. But today should be a good day for baseball, and we're really looking forward to a great season. I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to have Momentum, the singing group from Keene High School, come out and sing the national anthem. Then I'm going to have Andy Bohanna from the Parks and Rec throw out our first pitch.
Papa.
Okay, wait.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed till the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets we gleamed. Keep
It's not opening day unless you have an opening pitch. And this year, I'm bringing out Andy Bohannon, the director of the Parks and Recreation here at Keene, to throw out the first pitch, and Tyler's volunteered to be the catcher, so. Let's hope we can throw a strike. Pressure's on him. Let's have Andy. Get a hand for Andy. Anyone lost cell phone? If anybody lost their cell phone, we can claim it.
Wait. Run! Huh?
You watch the ball.
Good hit, Zoe. Good hit, Zoe.
Yep. Good hit, Zoe.
Did it?
So where do you stay when you come down here?
Tonight we're staying at my friend's Jackson's house. We're going to the same time.
Oh, down where? Downstairs from where you used to live?
We used to do that. They're out in Newport.
Newport, New Hampshire?
2 hours past the
Oh, I was thinking Newport, Vermont, which is way up by the...
Yeah, that's higher than
I was like, you're going all the way there tonight.
I didn't get cell numbers for my house.
Well, when she...
We've already had this before the body, and we've had this debate already. It's been over to the Senate. They chose not to act on it. And we've asked the House to move along with the interest of this body that's going on now. We know that this amendment, any collective bargaining organization unit already has the ability to decertify by election. They don't need the city or town to step in and do the election themselves, using the taxpayers' money and finding out the possibility of that organization voting against decertifying at the cost of the taxpayers when the employees already have the ability. So I would ask you to vote against this, and let's move on.
Question before the House, the adoption.
It's very nice. I'll sit here for a minute while you're looking.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Representative, for taking my question. My question is this. Doesn't this amendment really affect a very, very small number of units in the city? state, in fact, that number would be less than about 5% of those currently certified by the clerk?
Yes, it does, and if there are fewer than 50%, and those, if there is a greater number who are not choosing to be in the union, they have the option of going to the board and asking for a decertification and a vote.
Question before the House is a motion to adopt Floor Amendment 1841H. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Hudson. Hudson Jasper to speak to the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm not going to get into the substance of the amendment in terms of defending it or not, because the House already passed this in the form of House Bill 1645 and sent it on to the Senate. This is about the fact that the Senate has killed the bill. I will just say this affects every bargaining unit. I'll explain it, but not debate it. And that is, I think you can see pretty clearly, say if you have 25 members in a bargaining unit, and you get to the point where there are only 12 who both are dues-paying members, then this doesn't apply.
Question for the House is the adoption of
That was good food. I almost died when O'Brien came in.
Chair recognizes Representative Gully for parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I know the language in this amendment has had its fair shake in this House and in the Senate. And Mr. Speaker, if I know that there is already a way for a collective bargaining unit to decertify if they fall below the 50%. And Mr. Speaker, if I know this says the cost will go back to the taxpayer for this, in the local communities, would I now press the red button and vote against this amendment?
This is a roll call vote on the motion to amend Senate Bill 378 by adding Amendment 1841H. Chair recognizes and Betancourt for parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I know that the underlying policy is an important one, it should be discussed. Mr. Speaker, if I understand, this floor amendment is about standing up and holding firm to the House position as we go and advocate for our positions in the Senate. Then would I not support this floor amendment by pressing the green button?
Question for the House is a motion to adopt.
What has this got to do with snow plowing?
It's a roll call vote. If you're in favor of the adoption of the floor amendment, go press the green button. If you are opposed, go press the red button. Voting stations will be open for 30 seconds.
Now,
the House will be attentive to the status vote. 219 members have voted affirmative, 96 in the negative. The floor amendment is adopted.
I can't see.
The
I
question
really
before the House
can't
will be adopted of the motion block to pass
219?
with amendment.
219 to 106.
Oh,
House
Jesus.
Bill,
Something wrong.
excuse me, Senate Bill 378. Are you ready for the question? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Vote was called. This will be a division vote.
I think it should be a roll call.
Please take your seats.
Roll call. No?
Will request a roll call vote? This is seconded. This will be a roll call vote. Members,
Yep, this is a non-germane amendment. So they took this one for the unions and wiped out the snow plowing one and put it under the snow plowing bill. Because the Senate passed the snow plowing. The Senate passed the snow plowing bill, so it has to go back to the Senate. And he's just upset because the Senate wouldn't pass his other one.
The abortion bill, and the Senate won't pass this one either.
But this is just a power play to get it through.
question before the House is the
But our House rules say no non-germane amendments. This is a totally non-germane amendment, which would normally require us to have another public hearing.
Press the green button. If you are opposed, you'll press the red button. Voting stations will be open
Isn't it amazing? This is a pretty blatant violation of the rules.
It's pretty blatant because they're talking about secret ballots, and we have a card system now.
Yeah.
So they're putting back the secret ballot.
Yeah, because, quote unquote, they say people can't make up their mind if they have to do a card system. They can only make up their mind in secret. This is the receipt, right? Yes.
Better stop that because he'll mail it right home.
I don't know if they can.
Yes, they can.
House come to order. What reason does the member rise?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
Please state your inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, if you believe, as I believe, the Senate messages today demonstrated a logjam between the Senate and the House, and if you believe, as I believe, that mutual respect for House bills in the Senate is critical to clearing the House's business and calendar, if you believe that the only power that this House has to influence the attitude and procedures in the Senate is to put pressure on the Senate to prioritize our bills, and if you believe, as I believe, that the Senate needs to know the will of this House and have our bills heard and passed in the Senate, would a motion to table a number of bills passed by this House be in order to send a clear message to the Senate that if the people's business will not be taken by the Senate, then the Senate's bills will be held by this House? If you believe that, would a motion to table SB 280, 323, 369, 379, 389, 315, and 317 be in order? Yes. Senate Bill 380, 323, 369. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous. SB 280, SB 323, SB 369, SB 379, SB 389, SB 315, and SB 317. Each of these bills was passed by this House today without a House amendment. They are ready to go to the Senate. It will not delay any bills. A simple majority of this House will be able to send them to the governor.
The motion to table those bills which remain in possession of the House would be in order. And the question, if the House were to do so, would be the third reading of those bills.
Thank you.
What reason does the member rise?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker. My inquiry is if I have the correct bills, and I'm not sure I do, and I would like an explanation for the membership so we all know what we're talking about. We have already passed those bills, so I wonder if a motion to table can possibly be in order. We've already passed them. And having passed them, surely they can't be now tabled without some kind of reconsideration.
Pass them on the third reading.
Representative, as you might remember from last term when the then majority did this, and earlier this term when bills that were still had been subject to third reading were tabled, indeed these bills haven't been passed. They won't be passed until third reading motion, and therefore it is in order to table these bills.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What reason does the member rise?
Parliamentary inquiry.
What is your inquiry?
Would it be appropriate to divide divisible bill by bill?
Well, there's no motion before the House at this point, so there's nothing to divide. But I anticipate your question. Certainly a motion can be divided.
Anticipate.
A motion to
A
table
lawyer's
all the
term.
bills, and the request is to divide by one or any number of them. What reason does the member rise?
state parliament.
So much for our early days.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If we proceed,
Political
will it
games.
be possible to have the clerk read not only the bill number, but the bill title and the bill committee? I regret to say, I
It's
do
like
not
little
memorize
boys
bills
fighting.
by their number. That may be a culpable on my part.
If we are presented with a motion, then I will request the clerk to provide that information as to the bills affected by such motion.
Thank you very much.
For reason as member Robinson.
Mr. Speaker, I was going to move to divide and ask that we vote on each motion to table separately.
No motion has been made yet.
Motion before the body house.
Mr. Speaker,
For reason as member Robinson.
I rise to make a motion.
Are you recognized to make a motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to make a motion that the House... I'm sorry. I always worry I'm too loud. Mr. Speaker, I make a motion that the House table SB 280.
Apologies, Representative. Please restate.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Mr. Speaker, I would like to make a motion that the House table SB 280 and SB 323, SB 369, SB 379, SB 389, SB 315, SB 317.
Representative, Senate Bill 280 is going to a second committee. Would it be possible for the Senate to amend the motion to
Certainly, I would remove that.
So as
SB 280.
As the chair understands the motion, it is a motion to table Senate Bill 323, Senate Bill 369, Senate Bill 379, Senate Bill 389, Senate Bill 315, and Senate Bill 317. Is that correct?
That is, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would move that we divide the motion, divide the question, so that we vote on each separate bill as a separate tabling motion. And I would request leave to speak to that.
While the motion to table is not a debatable motion, it's ruling the chair. The motion to divide would be a debatable motion. As I understand the motion, it is to basically divide this motion into seven motions.
That is correct, Mr. Speaker.
You're recognized to speak to that question.
However many number of bills there are, I've lost count at this point. I think maybe we started with 6 and ended up with 5. But in any case, I believe that under Mason's rules, because these are separate bills, if somebody moves to divide under Rule 3, Section 311.2, I think it is, I think that the division is required if it's requested because they are separate bills.
Representative, I take your last remark as a parliamentary inquiry. There is no interest. It can be. That's what you're doing. There's no requirement. The response was the following. The representative, I take the last remarks as in the nature of a parliamentary inquiry, whereby she said under Section 311, this motion is required to be dividable, and the response of the chair is that it can be divided, which is the basis for this motion, but the division is not what we
Are you reading or hiding your face?
Further inquiry? On this roll call vote, the question before the House shall divide Representative Lambert's motion to table. Chair recognizes
Oh, he must have gone home.
Representative Weber for a parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I recognize that these are all very different bills, and that some may be more appropriate
There's 3
for
senators up
tabling, and
there.
that some may be more sensitive and less appropriate for tabling, would I now press the green button, the green button to divide the question? Thank you.
This is a roll call vote on the motion to divide. The chair recognizes Representative Guyton for a parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I know that splitting each bill is we're going to be here all day until 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, and if I know that if we table these all together, that they can be taken off individually, one at a time, and if I know that this should be a bipartisan issue, because many of the bills that we have voted together on are being killed by the Senate, and this is the way to make the statement we need to make, that I then press red on the motion to divide. Thank you.
The roll call.
Bragman up
Question before the House is still a motion to table 6 House bills to be divided along the line of those bills. If you're in favor of such division,
He's
you
laughing.
press the green button.
Laughing.
If you're opposed,
Bragman's
you
up to
press
see
the
him.
red button. Voting stations will be open for 30 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
No, this is a vote to split.
Do you live in Concord?
No, this is a vote.
I'm looking for a place to get a good deal on tires.
Jeff Gold.
He knows where? Tires? Jeff is not here, is he?
Do you think we have 300 people here yet?
No. No, we lost some.
The House will be attentive to the state of the vote. 82 members have voted in affirmative. Negative motion.
286?
The question before the House is still a House.
267 is the magic number.
Yeah, but they have the Republicans to stay and put anyway.
Representative Lambert's
Did Representative
motion for reason as a member rise to issue inquiry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Parliamentary inquiry following up on Representative Guy's remark. So these are all going to be tabled at one time. Do they have to come off? As if it wasn't on this motion, or do they come off one at a time? Off the table.
We are very flexible.
I'm aware of that.
Convince this body that they should come off as a group. This body will bring them off as a group. If you want to have this body taken off one by one, they present the motion.
Thank you.
What reason does the member rise?
Parliamentary
What is
inquiry.
your inquiry?
Are any of these bills that we may lay on the table subject to the early bill deadline of tomorrow?
Thank you for your inquiry. No, number one. The question before the House is the motion to table. What reason do you rise?
Parliamentary inquiry.
What is your inquiry?
Am I correct, Mr. Speaker, that if we take an individual bill or any of them off of the table, we can then put in a floor amendment on possibly one of the House bills that the Senate has killed and send it back to them as ought to pass as amended?
10 hours.
Oh my goodness gracious. To put these back on is an amendment.
You said you got it on video. What is it now?
But can we use this and attach an amendment to any of these bills later on?
Yeah.
And so what happened is, he wants to go, if the Senate kills any bill, they want to be able to attach it back on these as an amendment.
Is open to amendment if it has had a successful
Amendment.
legislative motion brought against it. On second reading, that is open to amendment. So, indeed, to answer the specific question, it would be possible for a member to move to amend that.
Just vote no. Just vote no on the tabling, but we're not going to ask for a roll call. No. Huh? It's their problem. They're going to, but we'll just vote by yell no. By yell no. That's right. And I want him to, yes, I want him to hear us. I want the Senate to hear us vote no.
323, 369, 379, 389, 315, and 317. Are you ready for the question? Balance Board requests a division vote. This will be a division vote. Members take this in.
This is the worst political maneuvering and gamesmanship I've ever seen. This is a game.
We started this just before 4 o'clock.
What he's doing is he figures
He's
if we
going to put these amendments on bills that
don't pass any bill that the Senate
don't
kills,
pass, we can
he
bring
wants
this
to
off
go
the
in
table
and put it back on.
non-germane amendment.
Non-germane amendment. There'll be no public hearing, and we'll get the amendment probably like we did a couple of them 10, 15 minutes prior to the vote. Then people won't even get the opportunity to read the amendment completely. But
This is a waste of the people's time.
it's really not democratic government.
It is not democratic. Well, it is because it's all within the law that we follow. But there's the letter of the law and there's the spirit.
Yeah, it's like it may be legal, but it may be immoral and unethical.
Come to order. Division vote.
Yep.
On the motion to lay 6 bills on the table. Chair recognizes Representative Gursky for a parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, if I know that the Constitution provides that each chamber of the legislature act as a check upon the other, and if I know that it is therefore institutionally imperative that each chamber do its utmost to defend its policy positions before the opposite chamber, would I now vote in favor of the tabled motion for the reference and press the green button.
Question before the House on this division vote is whether to lay Senate bills 323, 369, 379, 389, 315, and 317 on the table. If you're in favor of laying those bills on the table, you'll press the green button. If you're
Oh, they've killed a lot of our bills.
But they've got a lot on the table. They vacated them. Last week they vacated the bills. Oh, stick it from up here. I hate that.
And its score is 195 to 93.
In the negative, motion carries.
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
Representative Bergen, please come down the hall. You're recognized. Please say your inquiry.
Motion to the petition 25 in the House Redress of Grievances Committee was passed by a vote of 9-0. I was one of the 9. Is it not correct there are 18 members on that committee, not 17, and therefore we really should have had a 10 to have a quorum for the vote? Pardon me, what did you say? So that's the I.
Could you direct us to the page in the calendar that you're required on?
Thank you. Page 1927 and 1928. Right at the bottom of 1927 and the top of 1928.
You should have brought it up before.
Well, I don't know what. No, we're not adjourned. He said they didn't have quorum to vote.
Yeah, they didn't have quorum in the committee. And they did look it up to see if they had to remove somebody or not, and she said no.
9 people in this.
They had, what did they have?
They had 18 people.
And he's got to have 10.
You got to have 10 out to the legal vote.
Trying to restate your inquiry, your concern is that there's less than half of the members of the committee who voted on the report. The problem with that is that you're wrong. There's only 16 members and 9 voted, and therefore it was a quorum present in voting. Moreover, your inquiry is right.
For this on the House website, which I think is the canonical order, lists 18 members, and at the meetings there's some confusion. There was one member, a member from Hampton. He's the only member from Hampton who's been a member of the committee aside from, well, there's one who substituted a couple of times, but a member from Hampton submitted a resignation letter, which, to my understanding, is never actually accepted, and his name is still on the roster. So I think there's still 18 names on the list on the website.
I wonder if anybody's going to say anything about Chief Maloney. Pam Tucker, is she here?
As I stated, the membership of the committee 16, your inquiry is
She lost her.
Do you want to be recognized for another
Yeah, 5 votes.
The chair is available
That was a fight.
for an argument.
With some motion to send the bill back to the committee so that for another vote would not be appropriate.
No.
Representative, there is no bill, therefore would be.
No, it's just a report.
I'm sorry. All right. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Why are you coming back this way? Go the other way.
Balance Court moves to remove House Bill 323 from the table. That's a non-debatable motion. Requested divisions to be division vote. Members, please take your seats.
This is the one they were hoping to hold them hostage by this time.
Yeah, that was his rules. He says the House has plenty of discretion and they can do it at any time.
Right, but if it's time certain, this is the one he's hoping to hold them hostage on, because this is the Department of Corrections. This is probably the only bill in there that has any meaning in 69.
Just majority vote to take it off the table.
Are you recording voice too? That bothers me, you know that? I'm telling you.
But we're public officials. We have no expectation of privacy.
You don't have expectation of privacy, but you also have an expectation to be consulted when you're being recorded. The House is recorded.
Muscle and to play this with the Senate. But I also realize that in the case of Senate Bill 323, if we do not do this as soon as possible, the Corrections Department will not have the ability it needs to, in the best manner possible, transfer funds within the department so it can come up and save the $13 million that we have mandated that it save. That if we do not take this off the table and pass it in a timely manner, we risk burning money that the state cannot afford to burn.
Question is whether to remove Senate Bill 323 from the table. The chair recognizes President Gardner.
Do you have a nurse?
Yeah, all correction facilities have a nurse.
So why do they need to outsource?
If I know that this provides some really extra special pressure
They
on
have
the
a
Senate to
pharmacist
move
too?
fast, then would I press the
Like Cheshire County.
Well, through the techniques of modern television, I'm back, even though I'm not back. I hope you enjoyed the clips and hope they got you thinking. And if you see a coach from Cal Ripken, tell them thank you for their time and effort. They do a lot of benefit for the children out of their own free time. So I'll see you out there on the long road and have a good week. Thank you.